All right, people, so we are back. Yeah, Justin. So we're back, and you know, we want to say thanks to Justin for passing through and coming and telling us about his brand, Suburban Kids. Make sure and check him out. All right, go to his IG page, Suburban_Kids. All right, all do that, support our youth, man. I know I'm telling all you. And we have another man that we have to give some support to. His name is Richard Ford, otherwise known as Plasmathepoet. Now, this Plasma second booking for this interview, eh? But we know how the traffic does be plus now. Know the traffic does be. And then I see the accident just in there.
Thanks for the understanding.
Where was when the accident took place?
I was on the highway. So the traffic straight back up from right.
Oh, I thought you was right there. I thought you take the picture, you know?
No, I sent a picture from straight over like straight up.
Yeah, boy.
The traffic groups now. The traffic groups.
The traffic group will pop up in the traffic group. Right.
When I see the traffic, I search the group to see what's going on because somebody must say what is the issue.
What going on? Yeah. Well, I thought he by the fire station, you know.
No.
I was saying, well, wait.
I wish I was that I'd be here earlier.
Oh, Plasma Richard, boy, but I not bad. We'll get a little 10 to promote, right?
Nice.
I thought gone over my time a little bit, but I not think. So, because where you coming from? Where you from?
Well, I'm actually from Tobago. However, I reside in Trinidad for the last 5 years in Cuba.
Yeah, because Plasma, if you was coming from Tobago, the accident on Rice Road is not a problem because, I mean, it's in fast ferry. Anyhow, so you're from Tobago. What part of Tobago, my brother?
Well, I grew up in Scarborough. That is town itself.
Right.
Right. You walk around, you see KFC, you see Royal Castle, you see all the popular places that Trinidad might have centralized there, right? So I grew up in Scarborough.
All right, nice, man. You've been to Tobago since the oil spill?
Since the oil spill, no, I haven't.
You haven't been to Tobago in the last week? Yeah, boy. But
and it kind of depressing me because when I go to Tobago, it's fish I really go for.
Oh.
What kind of oil fish come on?
Well, you might want to buy fish in Tobago this
I
wrong.
don't want that kind of oil.
You might, that different kind of oil.
So.
You might want to buy fish elsewhere because I mean the price of my people fish over there. Alright, but that, I mean the fishermen done bowling already, you know.
Exactly.
But I see the cleanup seems to be coming along well.
Yeah, but that'll take some time.
Yeah, it will take some time to completely.
Definitely.
Yeah. In the meantime, you are a poet.
I am.
Nice. So Plasma as a poet, all right. Now we only have part of the name of the book. The book is named 22 Virtues
for You to Pursue.
That's right. And it is available on Amazon.com.
Correct.
You could go to Amazon and you could get this book. Now, okay, when we talk
locally also.
Huh?
Locally as well in bookstores.
Locally as well, yeah. and it is in the bookstores.
Sharon bookstores, you know.
All right,
now
nice one.
I'm waiting for approval from Nigel Arkan.
Okay.
RTK just told me let the carnival season just
pass and then they'll deal with it.
So a lot of things coming on and I want to carry it to as much bookstores as possible. I also want to carry it to education for it to be in the school syllabus. Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you now. Now, why should it be on the school syllabus?
Because of the nature of the book. The book is, and it's not just a money grab per se. The title of the book is 22 Virtues for You to Pursue. The virtues include honesty, discipline, diligence, peace, love, faith. These are virtues that every human being needs to input in their personal life. So if we could have this from the ground up, and we could instill these values in society through this book.
Ah, boy, brilliant. You spoke to the Minister of Education on it?
I have to write a letter to them because they told me to go through the official process. The letter is already written. All I have to do is drop that letter in an envelope with the book and wait for their approval by the grace of God.
I'll go send out a message.
No problem.
No problem. I'll send out a message. No, I mean, it's a positive vibes. So I will send her a little message. I'll tell her to look out for that request for that meeting. And
I appreciate that, right?
To review the book, yeah. How long is the book?
The book is 48 pages.
48 pages. Yeah. So that is basically 2 pages per virtue.
You have the title here with some nice cover art, and then you have the 4 stanza poems here.
Right.
Well written and constructed for your learning.
Right, and your reading pleasure.
Yes.
So it's peace, love, hope, faith. That's 4 of them.
Yes, that's just 4 of 22.
Right. So we're talking peace, love, hope, faith, courage,
motivation. I even have bonus ones, diet, exercise. So holistical development is what we're dealing with in this book.
All right, nice, man. How many books have you written so far?
That is my first book.
This is your first book?
Yes, and I'm going to write a second book this year. This year is not going to be finished. Once I'm alive, a second book will be written.
All right, nice, man. God spare life. You know, you have a next book on the way.
Yep.
Chef watching it like he were write a cookbook. Chef, he can't write a cookbook, chef.
I can write some lyrics, some lyrical recipes if that's what you want. We could do that.
Hey, that's not a bad, hey.
You know how amazing that will be?
Cooking and poetry?
Come on,
Come on, man.
Come on. That'll be the first of its kind.
Hey,
That'll be groundbreaking.
Cooking and poetry. Oh, you're starting a cookbook?
Okay, good.
All right, yeah, you know how long you tell me doing a cookbook?
Yes.
Yeah, so those say okay like it comes tomorrow, right?
About 3 years I had the plan for this book, you know.
Okay.
3 years.
About 3 years.
Yeah, and sometimes some catalysts will just be the catalyst at that moment to say, oh, you know what, I'm talking about this too long, let me go and do it. And I just started to write.
Yeah. And that's the thing with projects, you know, you just have a lot of people, just have a lot of things that they want to get done. And then time has passed.
The first step is important. You can't do a poetry book until I write the poems. Once I wrote the poems, the other steps came.
Right, so everything just kind of fall into place.
So you have to start somewhere.
Any quote from the book you want to drop on
no
public
problem.
today?
Right.
Sure, yeah, go ahead, man.
What do we have when all is out of our control? Hope is what we lean towards, our greatest form of console. For when all is lost, what can we find? That hope that soothes every human mind.
Nice, man. That's what we're talking about.
That is an excerpt from one of my poems called Hope.
Nice, man. So the book is somewhat like that in poetry?
Yes, yes.
All right. So if it's into the school curriculum, it's not only about the values, but it also speaks to English literature, poetry, that kind of thing.
You could use the book as an English literature textbook.
Right.
Or a moral education.
A moral education book.
Yes, yes.
You know, that's something we just teach that in school. We ever did that in school, moral education?
From first to third form, I did moral education. No.
Serious? That was a subject?
First and second form. Yeah, and I went to Bishop's High School in Tobago.
Chef, that was a subject in your school? Moral education?
Moral education. And when I went to Harmon's after, I did a subject called religious education. Well, that is for CXC. That's an official subject.
That I know about.
You learn about all the religions. But moral education,
that was a different thing.
Yeah. But that was the first and second form.
Chris went to school recently. Chris, you did any subject called moral education?
No, listen, that out of the schools now. That was my time. That out of the schools now.
How far back?
I graduated 2007.
2007? Mm-hmm. I graduated 1996. And
that would have been like the late 90s to the early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah.
I said you would have been before me. I graduated 96. You would have been, you know, when? 85. So we have, all right, we have different generations here. We have
definitely.
85, 96, 2007.
Baby boomers, different.
Yeah. And this boy in the back here, he was 20. He just graduated.
Yeah.
He's 20. He's 23 in the back there.
Baby boomer.
Yeah.
Gen X, millennial, Gen Z. Yeah.
You understand? So everybody, you know, I mean, we have different generations here, but it's interesting you mentioned that, especially in the time that we're living in right now, where we see what's going on in the schools and things with some of these youths. And moral education I think it would be it's something valuable that we should have in the schools.
Listen, without any effort, you will be influencing in negative direction. So you have to make an actual effort to positively influence people. Because no influence is equal to negative influence.
That's right. Well, this is what they will see when they go to Amazon, right?
Yes, they will.
All right, so when you go to Amazon...
But if they go to Sharon's, they'll see the physical book.
If you go to Sharon's, you'll see the physical. I like how everybody plug in it. I like how they plug in it today. So if you go to Sharon's, you will actually get the physical book.
Most definitely.
We're waiting for it to land in RIK. Also, Nigel Khan.
Yes.
Waiting on approval from you to have the book in your store as well.
Thanks
we want
in advance.
we want to make this book available to as many people as possible. The price of the book I'm seeing here is $12.99. That's US, right? So TT is
120 TT.
120. That's real reasonable. I have seen books. You know, I went in a bookstore maybe about a year ago. I want to know if I dare and come alive in a different world and know the price of some of these books.
People are different, right? People see things differently. Some people will see the book for $120 and will think I should sell it for $20. As if
They don't value your effort and your time.
As
and
if
your
I
talent.
copy and paste the poems, I sat and thought about these things. So I think content is reasonable, but more so
I think
it's
so
about
too.
getting the values more affordable to every home. Every household could get a copy of this book eventually.
Eventually,
and
nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So we're making a call. Well, I'm making a call to the Ministry of Education to meet with this gentleman here, review the book, right, and find a way to implement it into the school system. We call in on the viewers, all the supporters of Breaking Dawn. Go to Sharon's bookstore, request the book, 22 Virtues, 22 that you need to pursue.
For you to pursue.
For you to
Richard
pursue.
Ford.
22 Virtues for you to pursue. All right, we want you to check it out. If you want to get it online, if you want the online version, you go to Amazon.com and you could purchase the book there. All right, it's $12.99. All right, small thing. Come on, we have to value the talent, and that is one of the problems we have with our creatives in the country. Is that people, they don't value the talent, the time, and the effort of the creatives. You know, to make them, to inspire them to do more than. If you understand where I'm coming from. If I put the time and the effort out to create something, and you want to tell me I'm charging too much money for that, why, you know, it means I don't value what I've put out. So then it puts me in a position where I say, the hell with it. Why go through this trouble if people are willing to pay what it's worth? Right? And I think it's cheap. I think it's cheap. I think
120 TT, right? Not US. 120.
120 TT, but I find.
I mean, it is.
We're going with 120. Alright? But we have to value people like Plasma. We have to value people like Justin, who came in this morning, who genuinely doing positive things, and they're putting out that positive content that people say don't sell. You understand? We have to prove that. We have to prove that wrong.
Yeah, sure.
Positive will sell if we buy it or we buy into it. You understand? But if we don't, well then our horse have a different color. But it's what we put out. You know what I mean?
Are we positive if we buy into negativity?
You understand what I'm saying? So people go out and support. I particularly. Having fun here with these two guests I had this morning. I just think they're two inspirational human beings that should be highlighted even more. So any kind of work that you're doing when you're ready with the second book, you let me know.
Of course.
And of course, we will get things going. All right. When you're going to be back in Tobago?
I'm going to be back in Tobago probably.
Plasma went to Tobago once in my life. I only went to Tobago once.
Once you went to Tobago?
As a big man, boy.
You want to make a trip?
In 2014.
You want to make a trip?
Well, I want to make a trip to Tobago very soon.
Right, once you make a trip, we could make a trip and all that nonsense.
I have somebody out there with a hotel and guest house, and they don't tell me anytime I'm coming across.
And I can link up my partner with the boat and all that too. So
yeah, I never really see Tobago. You know?
Once you say?
Once.
The second time will be this year, right?
I went to Tobago once. My brethren buy a ticket for me. He said we go in Bell Garden Harvest.
Nice.
So all I see was Bell Garden. But I eat it.
You can really eat, you can eat.
You can still suffering from it.
I realize.
That was back in 2014, That was 10 years ago. That was actually 10 years ago. And it was just before I started the show. I came to Synergy.
You're here about 10 years?
10 years in May.
In May? Okay.
May go make it 10 years.
May it's my birthday, so I don't know if I'll go back Bago to celebrate 10 years.
But that's not our problem, man. Message me, we go deal with that.
Birthday.
Yeah, I'll go make that trip.
And it's mountain too, so nobody ever broke on my birthday.
Oh gosh!
Understand?
We move in.
And here the next thing is the day before Indian arrival day, so it's mountain plus the day before holiday.
All right, we go to go. We can't lose. So I tell you what, people, Plasma, it is 22 virtues.
For you to pursue.
Nice, man.
By Richard Ford.
Nice, man. So go check him out. Sharon's bookstore and Amazon.com for now. And soon in a bookstore near you. So look out for it. And purchase this book. Put it in your children bag. You know what I mean? Or read it to them.
Yes.
Hand it to them. You read it yourself and you'll see the value in it. So people, we're going to wrap things up for this week. I went a little bit over. I went a little bit over. But, I can't have him come at third time in that traffic. All right? So people, as we wrap things up for this week, Monday, we get down to brass tacks with a lot of the issues that will pop up over the weekend. And, you know what I mean? And we get going from there. We out, I think I'm fully out of carnival tiredness. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, it's a different energy now next week. So, see you next week, Monday. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And, yeah, we see you on Monday.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.